Hey, this is the DIY Magician again, and we're here on the journey to find out how to be funny. And right now, I'm here with...
Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Jones with Magic Backdrops.
Thank you very much, Jeff. I appreciate you coming.
Throw the beer.
What's that?
I throw the beer.
Throw the beer. Well, I'll tell you what, we have 5 interesting questions, and we're going to go through, and as they get farther along, they get harder or more difficult. So the first one hopefully is easy. Who is your comedy inspiration?
Oh, goodness. I think that there's a lot of comedy inspirations, especially in kid show entertainment. My favorite is, I'm sure like many, David Kaye has been incredible. He's written amazing books about this art of being being funny, and he's mastered it completely.
Silly Billy, right?
Silly Billy, yes, Silly Billy.
Yeah, and so he's your top comedy inspiration.
Absolutely, the one that I can think of at the top of my head.
Excellent, and we're going to put his name on there too. We'll give him a little credit there. Now, here's the thing: what makes you laugh, or what's funny to you?
What's funny to me? Slapstick humor is sometimes funny. Like mistakes are a lot of times just really funny. It's unscripted and it just happens, and I think the audience can actually relate to you better when that does happen. So I like to pull that in, and I think that's the funniest stuff that happens to me is just the unscripted parts.
So that's what makes you laugh and things like that. Excellent. Now, and then the unscripted is good because that's the next question is, what is your funniest unscripted moment as a performer?
Funniest unscripted moment. The bigger the fail, the funnier it is. So there was a moment that I made my appearance. I was coming out of an orchestra pit, and because of that, my help wrote all of the names of like where we're at and who I'm supposed to introduce. They wrote them on the walls of the orchestra pit. So as I was coming up and making my grand appearance, all the words were vanishing at the same time. So I was like speeding through that script as fast as I could, and then to top it all off, we had this really heavy trick that we made 2 models appear out of. It was like a shadow box style illusion, and it got caught between the orchestra pit and the stage, and so it actually broke one of the legs right off the trick. And this is like one of the first tricks in the show. Just before that, the people in charge said, they were so nervous, and I was like, the worst that can happen is never that bad, but this was actually the worst that could happen. I didn't expect it to happen to me. But the audience, though, we put things back together in 30 seconds or less, and the audience was then so receptive to every trick that I did from there on out. Like, they gave me a standing ovation for the silliest little thing that we kept this on video. So at the time, we used that for promo. Nice. So all these little magicians are like, how are you getting standing ovations for a mini cube zag and like Twister? Like, well, you just have to really have an epic fail, and the audience is now like, they're drawn in. Yeah, they're with you. Yeah, so epic fail, that would be the funniest moments, unprepared.
That's probably one of the better ones I've heard. So I love that. Not that you broke something on stage, but it was great because you were able to recover from it and make it even better. So that's good. Now here's the thing: we're going to do these last 2 questions are usually the hardest, and this one will be sometimes the hardest. Is what makes you funny?
Oh gosh. Well, I don't try, so maybe that's funny. What makes me funny? I really just rely on my audience a lot of times because they really make the show. And so gosh, I was just in a show recently where the performer got picked up from the audience. It's just like stuff that you just are not expecting are the things that really kind of make the show interesting and exciting, and it makes that relationship, because if you don't have that, everything from there on you can be funny because they're there for you. You're connected instead of that separation.
And that actually will help as we transition into the last question, which is the most difficult.
Oh, goodness.
And this is what we're on the journey for: is what does it take to be funny?
Lots of money. What does it take to be funny?
I was thinking you were preparing for timing, because that was perfect. We had that moment of like mystery. What's he gonna say?
Suspense. Yeah, I was gonna say just lots of money makes you funny. No, what? What's the question?
What does it take to be funny? Well, if you were to tell somebody, here's what it takes to be funny.
I mean, I guess it could start with how you dress and looking the part. I mean, that immediately, especially if it's kids, they can be drawn into that, and so that certainly can make you funny, just in your appearance, and then from there on. Well, I think proper preparation. So reading all the comedy books that you possibly can read and having that stuff in the back of your mind so that when things do happen, you're already prepared with that immediate comeback and comment, which is making me really bad at this question.
No, that's actually very good because preparation is a good key to this.
Well, it looks like ad lib at that point. It looks like you're not prepared, or which I'm not at this moment.
No.
But yeah, it looks like it looks very natural. It's organic to the audience.
And I think that's a good way to leave it. But before we go, I want to do something for you, and I want you to tell in however many words you want about the magic backdrops, because I will tell you, I stand behind these backdrops, and they're awesome. The first year we came to Cadabra, we bought a backdrop, and we love it. So tell me about the magic backdrops.
Oh, goodness. Well, this happened over a decade ago, and it happened because of Cadabra. I was really just here and really just wanted to share with people how I set up my show for this type of environment that you guys are in. And most of my stuff was a lot heavier at the time, so it was harder to fly with it. And so this I created to share, and same thing with the other tricks in the show. Even the Rhino flight, I really wasn't planning on building it, but now here we are. And so it's basically a backdrop that sets up in 30 seconds. It's 10 foot or 15 foot in size typically, and it all packs into a little over-the-shoulder travel case, so you can basically throw this into your car, and I think that the backdrops also make you feel like you're a performer before you actually start the performance, so the audience is already, they're there for you,
yes.
100% before you even begin.
It makes you look professional, and like you said, 10 to 15 seconds, and that thing is up, and about the same in breaking it down, 10 to 15 seconds. In fact, here at Cadabra, we have dealers in a special room, and there's a special dealer minute, and each dealer comes out in an order, and you have a minute to put it up. Now, Jeff, when he comes out to do this dealer minute, he will come out and spend like 40 seconds doing something fun or whatever it is, and then take that last 10 seconds, and boom, that backdrop is up. So I love that. So
what's fun is the last time I did that, I actually took a nap for the last few seconds in front of the backdrop, because it's like it just happens so quick. It's so easy, and I like to have them count down. It's just great.
And again, it is awesome. In fact, you don't even have to take our word for it. If you get on his website, you'll see some of the big magicians and entertainers in the world that have gone out of their way to get his backdrops. So yes, so that's cool. So go to Magic Backdrops and .com, right? Magic Backdrops.
Yes, magicbackdrops.com. That's absolutely correct.
And check that out. So, anyways, thank you very much, Jeff. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
And again, this is the DIY Magician on the journey to find out how to be funny. Until next time. If you enjoyed that video, join the Learn to Entertain YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the DIY Magician, join the DIY Magician Facebook group or artist page. And if you are a professional entertainer, you may want to join the DIY Magic Facebook group. Thank you again, and enjoy.